Hi, my name is Aaron Hudson. I often get up in the morning, and most days I go out here and pray, and just kind of as a reminder of that this world is far bigger than just me, than my ability to run my company. It's bigger than my ability to try and aspire to be the best husband I can possibly be, or my ability to try to get my kids more than I had, and it's just bigger than that. And every morning that I get to go out there and pray, I remind myself that it's not about me. Well, neither is this video. I'm not a professional videographer, and I'm certainly not a professional musician, and not even a good one. But truthfully, the reason I decided this, it was laid on my heart this morning to just do something to make a difference. And I'm going to go through a lot of things. I'm going to babble, but I just want you. I've made myself uncomfortable. It's kind of like I'm not going to ask you to do something that I didn't do myself. Well, and to make a long story short, I am going to ask you something at the end of this, but I just want to kind of go through some things, especially what happened this morning is, again, you'd have to be living under a rock if you don't know that something absolutely horrific is happening in the world right now, and it's an earthquake in Haiti. And although we've had a lot of natural disasters in the last 10 years or so, and tsunamis, this one's particularly troubling because we're talking about an area of the world that already has nothing, and what they have is so put together incrementally and without much thought of the future, because truthfully their future has never been anything that many people have looked at. Well, they find themselves in horrific crisis right now, and the last few days I've been kept awake with images of the kids, and the kids that had nothing to start with before the earthquake, but now the ones that have less than nothing because they lost their parents, their brothers and sisters, and what little they had is all gone. And I'm familiar with third world countries. In fact, my wife is from one of the Philippines, and from a very poor section of the Philippines. So it's not just the boredom that's so bothering in this situation. It's the incredible loss of life, but it's having nothing and being left with even less is kind of hard for an American to even understand. But again, a lot of times after I go out and pray, I'll come in and just kind of play some music, because I love to play. I'm not good, but I love to play, and I'll find myself playing praise and worship songs. Just different songs, and sometimes I'll sing. I'm not going to sing for you because it's enough to hear me talk. But anyway, this morning I got up, and sometimes I'll just sit and play stuff, and just try to make it, make the music sound like what I'm feeling. And all night last night, this was just on my heart. It's just like a little E minor 7, kind of an A pull off, as these pictures keep going through my head. Anyway, I went out this morning, and I prayed, and I came in and started playing these chords, and actually, kind of I recorded the background, and then what I did is I played, leads around it, and again, I just can't get these pictures out of my head of the devastation. I've seen devastation before. This is just so different on so many different levels. So what I did is I recorded the first track, and then I just started playing leads, just kind of, and I found myself bawling before church this morning. I'm just playing these songs, I'm just bawling, and I'm playing the notes, and I don't know how it's going to turn out now because, again, I'm not a musician. But I am going to play what I played earlier today, and I'm going to, kind of record it. And again, if you live with the music, because after I play a little bit, you're going to hear some music in the background, and then it's going to go to some of these pictures that are keeping me up. And then I'm going to rejoin in, and we're going to talk about it again. But the song, again, hence the name of video. It's called Blues for Haiti. And it goes something like this. First of all, I don't represent Compassion International. I don't represent Red Cross. In fact, those people don't know me from Adam. The reason I chose those organizations for you to give through are simply because I know that there's the least amount of abrasion, or your $1, the least amount of rub off before it actually starts making some awesome progress in Haiti. But I'm not talking about going to write a check for $10, $15. I would not sit here and spend my day being uncomfortable in front of a video camera if this is about $10 or $15. And again, I'm trying not to make this about a spiritual thing in the form of the God that I worship. But I am going to tell you this: there's something uniquely different about a human as it pertains to the animal kingdom. A lot of people say we evolved, whatever. I'm not going to go there. But there's something uniquely different about a human being and our ability to make decisions that impact every single day and every minute of our life. Is that, and you got to think about this for a second. The unique thing about a human being is that no matter what we did yesterday, no matter what I did 6 months ago, all the stuff that I've done that probably left an incredible impact in someone's life, positive or negative, does not matter. It is impossible to do something selflessly for somebody else, let alone a nation. It is impossible, regardless of your past, to do something selflessly for somebody else and not immediately feel good about yourself. Now, I'm going to question this and say, is that your righteousness or is that His righteousness inside you? In my world, that to me is the fingerprint of God, that He made me in His image. So let me tell you, I'm not making this video to get $10 out of your wallet or to send $20 for. I'm making this video for one thing, is I don't even want you to give because you saw this video, unless the amount that you give is uncomfortable. This has been uncomfortable for me. And the check that I'm going to write tomorrow is going to be uncomfortable for me. Whatever you're worth, whatever your bills are, whatever it is, let me tell you something. You got more than they do. You have a lot more than they do. If you've drank a bottle of water in the last week, think of what the money you spent, if you could have just gone to the tap instead, could do for them. Again, I'm not asking you to give $100. I'm not asking you to give $1,000. I'm asking you to only give if it's uncomfortable. It's a waste if it doesn't make you uncomfortable. It's an absolute waste. God could have just left us in communication through His prophets in the Old Testament. He didn't do that. He had to bring His Son to this earth to die a horrible death. And you think that was comfortable? Do you think the gift that He gave us was comfortable? Again, not to go on the Bible talk, because this is about Haiti. This is about kids. This is about mothers losing daughters and daughters losing mothers. This is about kids losing everything. So again, the mission of this and the one take, and I'm not trying to make it perfect, is who is. I'm asking you to give an uncomfortable amount to Haiti, to any of the aforementioned. I'm going to put them on the screen again as to the organizations that I suggest you give to. But again, I'm not asking you to give $20. I'm asking you to get uncomfortable. Have an awesome day.